webinar. So it's good. Actually, you will find more and more. You will find the webinars very interesting and very good. So thanks, Mary. I appreciate all the people from overseas also, where I saw people from Canada, Australia, United States, all the different people. And I appreciate you really come in and listen to a webinar to help you better understanding. Now, why I'm doing this today is very important. Matter of fact, I just spoke to one of the professors in Hong Kong U, and he was sharing with me actually, pre-diabetic is even a bigger problem in the world than anything else because the growth is very fast. So that's why really it's best to start doing things to prevent you to become a pre-diabetic rather than you continue the same lifestyle and eventually you really got to be a diabetes. That's no good, okay? So today's webinar will give you some indication how to prevent to be a pre-diabetic. So that's why I think this is going to be a very good webinar. Hi 各位朋友，多謝你，我係 Angela Lowsutea President， 你好。我係好開心咧，今日有機會咧同你一齊去講呢個去糖茶啦。咁我就係想問下咧，如果阿 Mary 你聽唔聽到我講㗎？現在嚟講，如果有聽到咧，可唔可以加個1字俾我喺個 chat window 嗰度？咁我就知道你係聽到嘅。嗱，美國嗰邊咧就聽到嘅，我唔知你呢邊聽唔聽到，所以我想要你幫我試一試。如果 OK 嘅話，你俾我1，我得唔得 ？OK， 即係1就可以聽到嘅，唔該晒。And then also, if you can on the Facebook area, if you can hear me, say 1 so that I know that, or you give me a like so I know you hear. So I know that you can hear me. So thanks a lot if you can do that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start now, and then we will be getting things started. Okay, good. Thank you very much. I saw some like already, so that would be very good. Okay, hold on. Let me get this out here the way. Okay. All right, we're all set. Okay. Well, anyway, again, I just want to go over my introduction. Why we do this webinar? It's called, the why pre-diabetic is such an important topic we need to talk about, because a lot of people don't realize, really, at the end of the day, if you become pre-diabetic, you have such a great chance, a risk to go be diabetes. So why you need to come to pre-diabetic? Why can't we just help you? Don't even need to go pre-diabetic. Now, however, unfortunately, a lot of people don't know. So a lot of people really, because they have no idea they're pre-diabetic, so end up, they will check and they say, oh, I'm pre-diabetic. So I'm going to talk about that today, so you get a lot of indication what is a sign and symptom, what you look for, and how are you going to help you to prevent you becoming pre-diabetic. 各位朋友，嗱，今日我講咗咧，因為好多朋友啦喺香港同埋美國啊，大家都有嘅，咁佢哋咧就係點解我哋講下點去係前期患病，點解係一個衞生公共衞生一個好大挑戰咧？因為個增長力好大，同埋當你係前期患病咧 ，chance 去患呢個糖尿病係好高嘅。咁我哋就 basic 咧講多啲知識嘅俾你，咁你就唔會變咗前期患病，亦都唔會啲糖尿病。咁你幾好，你能夠慳咗最低係10萬蚊嘅醫藥費1年，又話喺美國咧係2萬美金。咁然後咧更加身體健康，你係無數咁去 enjoy life， 你係幾鬼正。Okay, 咁呢個係我今日所講嘅東西。Okay, so we start our webinar today. So today we'll talk about, okay, what is pre-diabetic, why there's a rising threat, and then on top of that is how do you diagnose yourself pre-diabetic, and what are signs and symptoms you get pre-diabetic, and what is the risk factor you will face if you become a pre-diabetic, eventually where you move up to. And then on top of that, how do you manage it if you're pre-diabetic? How do you become not to be a pre-diabetic also? And how to shoot it in help. So today we're going to go through a fairly, a very extensive webinar, so you can continue to understand what is the risk of becoming pre-diabetic. Okay, so thank you very much. The people from United States, everywhere, Hong Kong, attending for this webinar. 嗱，各位堂友，今日咧我哋講嘅嘢咧就好簡單。第一，咩叫前期患病咧？點解會呢個上升係威脅咗所有嘅醫療系統咧？其實好大喎，因為同埋糖尿病者前期有咩點發掘呢樣嘢咧？你點能夠診斷有呢樣嘢咧？ 咁同埋咧，仲有咧就係你嘅有咩嘅症狀出現咧，同埋你嘅風險喺邊度咧？咁同埋咧就點去管理呢樣嘢咧？咁好多人咧就唔知係點管理嘅。其實管理係好重要嘅，因為你識管理咧，咁你就識可以 prevention 啊。咁我哋仲有講晒之後咧，就俾得啲資料你啊，結論咧，你可能夠繼續係能夠做到你要即係要管理去點防禦嘅。OK 嗱。So as you know, the recent years, actually, there's a tremendous growth. One thing is called pre-diabetic. It's affect millions of people in the world. Unfortunately, a lot of these people are unnoticed until they went to a doctor for health check. Then they find out, oh, I'm pre-diabetic. Now, if you don't get it treated as pre-diabetic, it's very quickly you become diabetes. Now, I was talking to a World Health specialist. He was saying a lot of people don't even know a pre-diabetic. When they see the doctor, they already have diabetes. So really, at the end of the day, you have a lot of incidence of pre-diabetic, which is really spreading so fast, and the risk factor is getting high, and people get a lot of problem comes in, especially even the developed country is the same thing, okay? So the real important is early detection, not to be become a pre-diabetic. So when you know it, you can either prevent it, and then you can prevent the pre-diabetic change to diabetes, so you can always improve long-term health condition. Isn't that great? I think that is the thing you really need to practice, and you will change lifestyle. 嗱，最近咧喺全世界咧，好多人都唔知道，原來全世界最大嘅問題，健康問題咧，係好多前期患病，好快忽然間變咗糖尿患病者喎。當你變咗糖尿患者，咁你好多嘅病咧就會走出嚟嘅咯喎。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，其實最重要咧，依家我哋係要知道乜嘢叫糖尿病前期患病，咁同埋做乜嘢能夠係能夠俾你減低你去糖尿病嘅問題咧。咁呢個咧，我覺得我哋每一個人咧都希望做到咧，咁我哋就更加係好理想嘅。咁我今日講嘅題目咧係呢樣嘢，所以希望咧大家繼續聽落去嘅時候咧，你就可以知道OK， 我哋依家係可以咧能夠做到，咁我就可以更加身體健康，同埋咧仲有咧係降低咗你個 cost 即係醫療系統嘅expenses 啊。OK， 咁今日我係講呢個題目嘅嗱。Today we saw a lot of people from all over the world, because I noticed some names that I did not familiarize. We're from probably from United States, and now some of them are from Hong Kong, and some of them from different places. So I will go through the 4 stages of how you get from pre-diabetic diabetes real quick, and then so all of them will start on the same basis, because some people don't know, so they has to hear about this, then they can very quickly understand how they become a diabetes. Now, everybody usually will start off with the LDL cholesterol goes up, and they will damage the B cell. The B cell is take the sugar into the cell, so you have energy. However, when the B cell keep damaging, it doesn't take the sugar in the cells, your blood sugar start coming up. When it's coming up, the LDL cholesterol and sugar mix together, your blood become thick. That problem is going to come, because it will form plaques everywhere throughout the body, throughout all the vessels. You quickly move to stage 2, where the plaque is formed, and your space in the vessels have become smaller, then your blood pressure goes up. When blood pressure goes up, you probably don't feel anything, you have no idea. And you can do the same lifestyle, and very quickly it will change to stage 3, which is mean you become a pre-diabetic. Now, every doctor measures the same data when you become a diabetic. They measure what's called A1C, hemoglobin A1C. The hemoglobin is a molecule where you see the attachment of the percent of sugar onto this hemoglobin. And if you're 5.7 below, you are a normal person. If you're 5.7 to 6.4, you are pre-diabetic. So the range is small. But if you don't do anything, lifestyle is the same thing. If you just continue marching from 6.5 all the way 6.4. Once over 6.4, you go to stage 4. That's when you become a diabetic. Now, once you become a diabetic, the problem is if you in half a year doesn't go back down to 6.4, doctor will just call you are diabetes. And that result, your insurance goes up, everything will be changing, and you cannot convert it back. So that's why I really stress everybody try not to become a pre-diabetic. If you're a pre-diabetic, stay there or become A1C lower than 5.7 instead of going to 6.4 and above. Okay, so let's practice that. 嗱，各位堂友，今日我哋好多朋友咧係有不同地方嚟啦，有英國多數係美國同加拿大同埋東南亞國家，好多名我唔知嘅。咁我今日咧係講個做法係好多人都唔知，原來係由呢個前期患病 all the way to 去糖尿病咧有4個 stage。第一個 stage 咧就係你 LDL 膽固醇咧係上升咧就損壞咗嗰啲叫B cell 由腦出嚟 B cell 打啲糖入去細胞去，咁糖入唔到細胞裏面咯，個弊家伙啦。咁嗰啲糖咧越正高咧，咁就cholesterol 加埋嗰啲血糖咧，咁你血就變好結咯。咁然後咧就好快脆咧去咗 stage 2。咁 stage 2咧有個大問題嘅，因為啲血變咁結咧，咁你就 form plaques everywhere。OK， 當你 form plaques everywhere 嘅時候咧，咁你咧就會好快脆咧。就變咗去第3期咧，就呢個前期患病啦。咁前期患病咧係每個醫生都度呢同樣嘢嘅，就度呢個 HbA1c。咁 HbA1c 咧就係當如果你 5.7% 啲糖黐 5.7% 黐喺呢個紅血球嗰度咧，咁都係正常。多過 5.7 6.4 咧，就起碼就唔係平常人咯。你呢一個前期患病。咁如果你繼續咩嘅都唔做咧，好快脆咧，你就變咗 6.4 以上咧，就係糖尿病啫啦。醫生係俾多數半個年嘅時間，睇下你有冇機會咧，由 6.4 轉翻去前期患病。如果唔係咧，你就永遠都糖尿病噶啦。OK， so we talk about this is why you take Lowsutea, because Lowsutea basically can help you, especially the time when you're pre-diabetic, because there's no medication will help you to really lower your blood sugar and cholesterol and salt, and eventually will end up your blood pressure will come down. So the way we do it is we have 2 items in Lowsutea. There's guava leaves, which is blocking the sugar into the cells, and then the bitter melon increase the insulin sensitivity, taking the sugar into the cells. Also, excess sugar will dump the sugar from through the urine, and cholesterol dumped urine, the salt also dumped out. When this come out, your blood pressure come down. So 3 high will come down. So really at the end of the day, if you are 3 high can come down, you'll be very much lower the risk of all the complications you might eventually experience like diabetes. So that will be the key message for you. Always try to lower your 3 high. 嗱，各位堂友，其實點解去糖茶好幫到你咧？第一，去糖茶裏邊咧有番石榴葉，番石榴葉係帶 block 啲糖咧入去細胞裏邊嘅，去個血管裏邊啊 ，block 啲糖入去血管裏邊，咁啲糖少喺血管裏邊，咪少啲糖去 process 咯。咁但係咧嗰啲 bitter melon 咧苦瓜咧係 increase 咗胰島素嘅敏感度，咁帶啲糖入翻去細胞裏咧，仲有佢如果有多咗糖出嚟咧，佢喺個尿嗰度掉出嚟。同埋咧，仲有喺個 cholesterol 掉出嚟，就鹽都掉埋出嚟。嗰啲鹽掉出嚟咧，你血壓就會降低嘅。咁其實呢個係一個好好嘅東西，好簡單，係食物，唔係一藥。所以變咗嚟講，你用呢個咧係一定好有功效嘅。OK， so besides we drink Lowsutea, we also do one other program to really help you, because without this program, you might not be really effectively lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and your blood pressure. And that's including dieting with hundreds of lectures now in YouTube, free to you, to able to listen to this information to help you manage your pre-diabetic and diabetes. So we have a dietary program that help you understand why you need low carb diet, low fat diet. We also teach you about exercise, walk 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and then how to lower your weight with BMI less than 23 basically. You hear a weekly webinar like today, and then how to measure your blood, because the blood sugar you don't measure, you would not know. OK， 嗱，各位堂友，其實咧，我哋咧唔係淨係話你飲茶得啦，咁但係我都希望咧，我哋有5個 program 咧係幫助你咧，係可能夠降低血糖。第一個就係食材方面啦，即係每日嘅飲食啊，你個飲食係好緊要嘅，我哋能夠戒到你咧係食啲低碳水化食物啦，咁你更加係用到150個 gram 至200 gram 嘅 carbs 啦，你會食呢個啦。咁同埋低脂肪食物啦，你會行大8000至10000步啦。仲有咧，你磅數咧係希望你降低 BMI 23啦。我有好多醫生講咗嘅幫助你 understand 啦。第四咧就係每日我都希望咧量度咗你嘅血糖咧，咁你知道你血糖喺邊度。如果你唔量度咧係唔知嘅。咁我希望咧，就算你 A1C 10以上啦，好多朋友都係咁噶，跌到係5.7以下嘅，好正。因為我哋其實係好多千嘅病人都係用咗好多呢咧，個個有呢個同樣嘅感覺嘅。OK。So now we talk about really why we talk about this today is very important. As you know, in the world, in 1980, basically this is from World Health Organization figures. There's only about 4.2% prevalence of the total population. But as you know, by 2023, this number is double, is 9.1. Okay. And then in 2025, they even think that will go up to 11.4% of world population. So anyway, if just 9.1, you know that 464 million adults aged 20 to 79 are pre-diabetic already, okay? Which is a very high prevalence to all high-income countries like United States or that. I'll tell you which country will be worse. And on top of that, the lower income people will probably even more because a lot of people don't even know are they there. And on top of that, unfortunately, this number, a lot of people don't even know they are. So actually, this number could be double or a little bit more than that in billion units because of the fact that many people pre-diabetic, they don't know. They don't even know until they went to a doctor to check, do a health check. But in the United States, there are 98 million adults already are in pre-diabetic, okay? And the US awareness is only 19%, which is not big, okay? And also another thing is the sad part, 30% of the young American who are adolescent, young adult, they have lots of criteria can become pre-diabetic. So it is a big issue. 嗱，各位同學，因為咧全球咧原來已經有9.1% 嘅人咧係已經係呢個前期患病，即係話已經有4.64億嘅人喎，即係464 million 啦。咁同埋咧就有即係尤其是更加有錢嘅國家，好似美國係好高嘅。咁仲有咧成長大嘅低收入嘅國家咧，亦都好大嘅。咁美國咧已經係有96個 million 嘅adult咧係已經係糖尿病病者嘅咯喎。咁然後咧就30% 係尤其是美國嘅青年咧亦都係糖尿病病嘅。唔好意思，OK 等啦，唔好意思。Okay, hello. Sorry about that. We have a little bit important message. I have to listen to this, so sorry for the delay on the webinar. Okay, hold on. Okay, good. So we talk about people. A lot of people that is considered as young people, especially in the United States. A lot of people really have potential diabetes. So we talk about that. It's very important that we now, it is very important now we notice you need to have all these people who are potential become diabetes or pre-diabetic need to better understand and able to hopefully we can have the prevention, okay? Okay, maybe from there you now understand what is the worldwide, in a sense, in the whole world, where are the people who are really having diabetes? In basically the bigger country like United States, Canada, Mexico, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, tremendous number, a big number are pre-diabetic. And then you have these Argentina, in South America, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, they're big. In Asia, Japan, South Korea, China, India, Indonesia. All these countries, by the way, are all high number of people are pre-diabetic. So imagine that this is a big world numbers of people are pre-diabetic. Wow, that is really sad because we have a lot more work to do because we have to educate many, many people in this country so they know they're at risk, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，嗱，記住，因為咧好多人都唔知道，原來喺全世界裏邊咧 由北美洲喺美國啦、加拿大啦、墨西哥啦，歐洲有英國、法國、德國、意大利、西班牙，中東咧有阿拉伯國家啦，同埋喺南美洲有阿根廷啊、巴西啦，而智利啦，亞洲有日本、韓國、中國、印度、印尼，哇！呢啲全部係有好多前期患病，亦都有好多糖尿患病者嘅，所以變咗你其實呢個世界嚟講咧，真係好多人都有呢個問題。咁變咗嚟講咧，我哋做嘢咧係好重要咯，因為我哋希望咧，我哋教育多啲人咧，能夠可以 prevent 到佢咩啊前期患病，呢個係好重要嘅。So, since we know now lots of developed country and they are high, value, high income developed country, they all have potentially has, pre-diabetic. So how do you find out you are not pre-diabetic yet, or you will become diabetes? Now, very simple. As I mentioned, A1C. Remember it? If you have A1C below 5.7 is the hemoglobin percent of sugar attached to this hemoglobin. If you have 5.7, you are normal people. But if the hemoglobin attached, the sugar as 5.7% to 6.4%, you are a pre-diabetic. And then if you're beyond pre-diabetic, you are 6.4% above, 6.5, you are diabetes. So basically, many people already, unfortunately, do not know they are already in this stage. And even this stage, very easy, you move over in here. Okay? Okay. 嗱，各位朋友，因為好 ，excuse me 嚇，唔好意思，好簡單咧，好多人咧都唔知道佢自己係糖尿病或者前期患病嘅。咁其實都講過啦，頭先，如果你係5.7以下嘅 A1C， 咁你係正常人喎。如果你5.4、6.4咧，你係前期患病喎；6.5咧就糖尿病啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，係好多人咧，其實喺呢個5.7至6.4咧，都唔知自己喺呢個前期患病或者糖尿病嘅。咁呢個係一個好大嘅問題，所以大家要快快脆脆咧，多啲了解呢個係前期患病，等你唔會變咗糖尿病，因為變咗糖尿病咧，你翻唔到轉頭。記住啊 ，OK？ 咁亦都講講so we still will talk about why you become a diabetes. Okay, now we talk about the B cells. Remember, there's a lot of resistance, right? Because the cholesterol keep damaging the B cells, and the B cells do not take the sugar into the cells. So more B cell damage, more B cell coming out. Because the insulin comes out, you gotta get the B cell to take the insulin. The B cell take the sugar into the cells. When they continue to be resistant, meaning that they keep dying, they keep coming up, but it doesn't work because they keep killing it, damaging it, and the insulin is not going to have enough B cell come out. So eventually, your glucose will continue to go, your blood sugar will continue to go up. And then your continued blood increase sugar, then they will start measuring your sugar, become your A1C over 6.5 and above. Then you become what? A pre-diabetic above that 6.7, 5.7, 6.4 here, you become a pre-diabetic. It's just simple, okay? So really at the end of the day, majority of people who cannot have enough insulin is because the B cell keep coming out, doesn't work, and then then the sugars are going to the cells, then you become a pre-diabetic, and then eventually, if you do not do anything, they will change to diabetes. It's that simple, okay? 嗱，各位同學，其實好簡單咧，就有講過啦，就係因為你嘅胰島素個 B cell 出嚟咧，啲 B cell 係帶啲糖入細胞裏面嘅。如果 B cell 繼續係出嚟，但係做唔到呢個工作咧，糖繼續上升，咁整一下咧就唔夠 B cell 出嚟喎。就算多 B cell 帶唔到糖去嘅時候咧，咁你糖呢度繼續上升，咁好快脆咧你就轉變咗你個 A1C 咧，就比由5.7至6.4，過咗6.4之後咧，你就俾糖尿病啦。咁呢個情況就係咁出現嘅啫。Okay, so the next question you might ask, well, how do I being diagnosed to be a pre-diabetic from pretty much in worldwide? Now, every doctor would probably do the same thing worldwide. The first thing they will ask you to do a fasting plasma glucose test. In other words, you have 8 hours to have food and they take some blood out of you, and then they check what is your blood sugar. That's the first thing they'll do. And then they will see that you are, whether your blood sugar is in the range of, your millimole per liter or milligram per deal, depends on where you're at. Then if you are 120 above 130, then they say, well, you are really getting to be borderline. And then they also always check you the A1C, which is even more accurate. The reason why it will give you a 2 to 3 month average. So if your A1C, again here, if you are over 5.7 to 6.4, the doctor very easy to ask you, hey, you are really moving to already pre-diabetic. So you have to be really watch out, not to continue to whatever lifestyle you do, take exercise. But majority doctor would talk very little about it. So most of the people don't really understand what are they trying to do. And so net result, they would do the same lifestyle. Maybe they did a little change, but on the other hand, they're not doing dramatic change like dieting, exercise, and also weight control. End up in about a year or two, they will change to diabetes. And they will see it, the A1C continue goes up. And on top of that, I noticed some people don't even regularly, if they are pre-diabetic, actually talk with the doctor, hey, what is my A1C? They'll do a 6 months later or a year later. Some of you forgot about taking the A1C. So net result, they don't know until next day they come into the doctor about a couple of years later, and which I heard so many stories of that. Doctor said, hey, you have diabetes because your A1C now is 7. I didn't know I would be that. So really, at the end of the day, if you know your A1C are start marching up, meaning you're already over 5.7 to 6.4 in that narrow range, you better start doing something about it. You better start changing your lifestyle. If you don't, you will become the diabetes. So really, that is the window you can do something about it. And it is really up to you. And you got to keep bugging the doctor, what is my A1C? If you don't ask the doctor what is A1C, you know what? You might not able to get that information, and that result, you will not know where you're at. So important, A1C, remember, okay? 嗱，各位堂友診斷糖尿病嘅時候咧，前期患病咧，你係多數做一啲8個小時禁食啦。咁除咗之後咧，你唔飲嘢唔食嘢咧，咁佢就檢驗你嘅血液有咩 number 啦。咁譬如你 number 係7或者係6點幾。咁你已經係開始進入去你個前期患病嗰啲數字喎，但係呢個數字都未必好準嘅，因為嗰日係只係你嗰日嘅時間啫。其實最準咧就係 A1C 嘅，點解咧 ？A1C 咧係俾3個月或者2個月嘅 average 喎，嘅糖黐喺你個紅血球裏面喎。如果你係真係5.7，咁你 OK 啦。但係如果5.7至6.4咧，就唔係 OK 喎，你已經係前期患病啦。嗱，我好多堂友翻嚟講俾個古仔咧，好特別。佢話：我話冇即係冇問個醫生個 A1C 幾多，咁醫生梗係唔度啦，或者佢醫生即係你叫佢先度啦。咁佢就算醫生度咗之後咧，最弊咧佢係嗰陣時已經係5.8、5.9啦。但係2年之後咧，佢都冇叫佢去見醫生喎。咁佢2年之後翻嚟嘅時候咧，對即係開始又去睇睇啦。哇！我嗰陣時過咗啦，已經6點幾或者7啦，咁先知道哇，弊啦，我已經轉咗糖尿病病啦。所以變咗其實咧，當你有 A1C 知道已經係5.9以上咧，或者5.7以上咧，你就快脆每6個月都走去醫生，喂，我 A1C 幾多？咁變咗嚟講咧，你已經有個準備性咧，知道哇，我係轉生活習慣啦，又帶串咗啦，我磅數減低咗啦，去做呢個防禦。如果唔係咧，你呢個好大問題出嚟嘅。所以繼續係一定要用個 A1C 嚟度咧，會更加準確，唔係就係啱你係用1日嘅時間，即係嗰朝早我話啲血糖好啊，但唔等於以後都好 OK。The worst thing is when you are pre-diabetic, you have very little symptom because you really don't sign anything. So that's why the motivation is not there. I think this is the real issue. Majority of the people usually do not know what is the symptom of pre-diabetic. And also they don't show any. Most of the time is a darker skin, like things like that over here on the neck, and there's a skin tag. And then changing the eye when you, like for example, get a blur, that's called diabetic retinopathy. But on the other hand, that is still limited. You don't get a lot of signs and symptoms. So that's the reason why a lot of people are not motivated. I'm pre-diabetic, so what? I'm okay. I live the same old lifestyle. But if you have able to really prevent that pre-diabetic to become serious and change eventual diabetes, you got to take action. If you don't take action, too bad. Really, you have the capability to take action. So if you see this sign and symptom and you take an A1C, you got to start act, okay? 嗱，各位朋友，因為最大問題咧，前期患病即係冇乜症狀，你多數咧表現咧個症狀係好似有啲皮膚黑啲啦、胳底啊、頸啊呢啲地方啦，同埋呢個皮膚嘅有啲叫標籤嘅東西啦。咁如果你有呢樣嘢咧，其實呢啲咁嘅東西咧睇到啦。咁但係咧個問題咧，因為呢啲又唔會痛，又唔會痕，咁你咧就真係學你話齋，你又冇乜嘅好嘅感覺。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你就會 end up 咧就唔係好 motivated 咧，唔好鼓勵性去做嘢，又唔會轉你個lifestyle。所以變咗嚟講咧，呢個係最大嘅問題。嗱，好多時咧亦都眼裏邊咧開始上糖尿病咧，好大問題，因為你開始見嘢懵啊。咁我見到好多後生嘅所謂嘅engineer 咧，都有呢個問題出過現嘅。咁我哋又要叫佢去睇個眼科醫生啦。佢睇之後原來你糖尿病㗎啦，咁快取，我40零歲喎，好多都唔接受到嘅，唔信啊正 ，OK， 咁所以變咗咧，其實呢個咧係要自己咧記住，如果你有呢啲咁嘅情況發生，你亦都知道 A1C 係高咗咧，哇！你快快去做，真係要做你嘅即係繼續去 monitor 嘅 A1C， 同埋咧要做你即係其他嘅工作咧，改變生活習慣。So other thing that you will also most likely if you don't do anything, your type 2 diabetes, your pre-diabetic will be changed to type 2 diabetes, okay? If you do not act, as I mentioned, you could act, you could do it. I saw so many people from my patient group, actually because they act, they really improve their health, they have no more medication, they're living good, but see, because they changed lifestyle, because they did it. If they did it, they can do it. But if they don't, you're going to move yourself to all the pre-diabetic, you move your pre-diabetic to diabetes type 2 symptom, which is including with the increased thirst, frequent urination, increased hunger, feel tired all the time. Your vision might be lost because of the fact that the blood vessels are popped and blocked. If you get an eye doctor to show you the picture, you will see all the eye vessels are all moving outward, and it's become extremely, look, actually in a way it's kind of ugly, but you will see that, wow, because my blood sugar is bad, cholesterol is bad, it's all spread all over the place. Actually, I have a lecture done this previously and show everybody how the eye will look like. And that result, everybody say, wow, I'm motivated now because I see what happened. On top of that, you will also have numbness and tingling feet of the hand. A lot of people feel that. They also have very dry skin, plus they have frequent infection, and all the infections sometimes they slow to heal. And on top of that, a lot of people have kidney disease. The kidney disease, 70% of type 2 diabetes has some form of kidney disease. So the kidney is slowly failing. On top of that, some people have suddenly lost weight. And it's not all chubby patients are diabetes, because they suddenly lost weight is also another sign of become a type 2 diabetes. So from this, a pre-diabetic have no sign and symptom except some armpit, face here, there, turning black, and maybe some dry skin start off. Eventually, very quickly, to come into the issue as more serious one, loss of vision, heart disease, and kidney disease, and also nerve damage. And the later part, even worse, because you start losing a memory. Remember that? Wow, that would be terrible. Now, 各位朋友記住，因為如果你係轉咗由前期患病 ，excuse me， 如果佢轉咗糖尿病咧，一個好大問題咧，你就多數咧會增加口會開始好乾啦，好似要飲水咁啦，同埋咧有個尿頻啦， 同埋感覺好差，而家肚餓啦，食嘢食唔飽㗎啦。咁同埋咧仲有好啦，好覺得好攰啊。咁呢啲好即係好 typical 嘅 type 2 diabetes 嘅 symptom 嚟嘅。咁但係差啲嘅時候咧，你開始睇入夢啦 ，vision loss， 哇！呢個弊啊，呢個貴嘅，因為如果整完之後你整唔翻咧，你就成世都係個夢噶咯。咁同埋仲有咧心臟病啦，因為嗰啲血管開始塞去個心嗰度啊。咁變咗嚟講，心臟病係高嘅。咁仲有咧手腳咧就可以有啲numb 嘅 feeling 啊 tingling feeling 啊，同埋咧你會有發炎啊，同埋咧你有個譬如整損咗咧，你唔會囂啊，同埋咧你忽然間咧會係啲磅數降低咗啊，以為好嘢啦，其實唔係嘅。咁同埋仲有咧，好多有70% 嘅糖尿病病者咧係會有腎病嘅，個腎一路慢慢飛落去嘅。咁變咗慢慢飛落去嘅時候咧，將來最後咧要洗腎咪好慘，因為呢個咧就千祈唔好去嗰度啦。OK， 咁呢個咧就係所以點解要有 Prediabetes 咧？要去嘅type 2 diabetes 咧，呢個過程最後咧，呢啲就係你所有見到嘅 complication 嘅。So who is at risk? Who are the people at risk? Now that is important. You have to know who are at risk. The first thing is sleep apnea. If you have sleep apnea, you know what your hair is very fat already, and your tongue so fat that it start covering your air pipe, and then you can start snoring very loud. Now, if you actually become, basically, you over here so chubby, you actually cover your air, your tongue actually cover your air pipe. You're not breathing, and it affect your brain. Basically, you cover that, and you potentially even have stroke. And the apnea, it is very, very dangerous if you have sleep apnea. So that has to be treated. That's why you have to get a positive air feed while you're sleeping. So some of the things, if you have sleep apnea, the chance of you at risk is high. Second, you're overweight. Overweight is a person that definitely, if you're overweight, you tend to have a high risk to be a type 2 diabetes. Or you are that person to move. Maybe I just like to couch potato, keep watching TV all the time. That is a good possibility. Plus, you have polycystic ovary, where your ovary has a lot of little cysts here and there, called PCOS. That's another one. On top of that, you have also all kind of hormonal changes, especially for lady, gestation diabetes. For example, you're pregnant, you also, because of hormonal change, you later stage, you might have a good chance of being diabetes. Plus your family history. In other words, if your father, mother, your brother and sister has diabetes, the chances you also diabetes. Plus, most important, age. If you're 45 above, especially age, you really gotta watch, because your pancreas maybe start slowing down. Whatever, age has all sort of things to help you out to become potentially to be a pre-diabetic and diabetes. So very important. These are the risk factor that you need to think about, and you really need to start taking action. Now, if you don't take action, what could happen? Well, really, actually, a lot of things could happen to you. One is stroke. You're going to have potential risk of stroke is very high for diabetes, because when you're pre-diabetic, don't treat, you become diabetes. Diabetes will have the problem of stroke. You might have cataract issue with glaucoma. Your bronchitis means your pancreas become infected. Heart disease is a big one, especially coronary artery, because remember the blood becomes thick, it starts blocking everywhere from the brain to the heart. So net result, your coronary artery has a blockage, then your heart will stop, and that will be terrible. You will die, basically. So don't let that happen to you. Nerve damage, a lot of people don't know. Really, nerve damage affects your stomach, every gut, you don't feel, and then end up maybe you don't have sex because of the fact that you have sexual dysfunction. 30% of people, men who have diabetes, they cannot feel, so they will have sexual dysfunction because they can't feel. So also we have amputation. You injure, the wound becomes not healing, your foot becomes gangrene. Also, you will potential gum disease and pregnancy with complication, with birth defect, and diabetic nephropathy, meaning your kidneys start failing, you need dialysis. So these are all the whole body system for you end up with that kind of problem. I hope that you were able not to really fall into this complication. And that's why I said is you can have a choice. Up to you to do it. If you do it, you prevent all these things happen. OK 嗱，各位朋友，其實如果你由一個前期患病去糖尿病咧，係有好多問題出現嘅。第一個問題就係中風嘅風險啦，第二個咧有白內障啦、青光眼啦，有呢個胰島素嘅問題出現啦，咁你個胰臟就可以發炎啦。咁同埋咧心臟病啦，最弊咧就係你嘅心臟病血管咧係塞咗之後咧，你血管咧就係將個喺個心嗰個血管咧呢個大動即係冠狀大動脈嘅時候咧塞咗去唔到咧，咁個心就會停啦。停咗之後咧，咁你死噶咯喎。咁好，如果你係冇人喺度救你就死噶咯喎。咁呢個係一個好大問題嘅，所以千祈唔好，因為60% 咧嘅糖尿患病者都有心加壓嘅 potential 嚟啦，係個心臟嘅問題嘅。咁仲有啦，神經損壞啦，咁我弊啦，你冇感覺啦。如果冇感覺，你受傷咗啦，唔去醫咧，咁你腳就會爛咗，去割咗個腳啦。咁同埋咧，就有好多人有腎病啦，或者牙周病啦，或者係仲有，如果你有個生個 BB 嘅時候咧，咁如果你係糖尿病咧，你 chance 去翻糖尿病亦都高嘅。咁最後啦，就千祈咧就記住咧，你依啲所做嘅東西咧，全部係可以能夠咧，即係依家我所講頭先嗰啲併發症咧，係全部可以 prevent 到嘅。嗱 ，prevent 就係 basically 咧，唔好有糖尿前期患病轉糖尿病，好簡單。咁你就係由點做咧？應該會教你生活習慣嘅改變係一定有一樣嘅。So really at the end of the day, now you saw all the complication you have, okay? So how are you going to prevent this pre-diabetic complication to diabetes? Okay, as I mentioned, the most important to maintain a healthy lifestyle while you are in pre-diabetic and diabetes. If you can prevent all that, cholesterol going up, blood sugar going up, your blood pressure, the chances your 3 high are maintaining good level, not 3 high, you will be healthy. Okay, so let's all focus to prevent your getting 3 high. Basically, just get your normal blood sugar, normal cholesterol, normal blood pressure. You'll be healthy long time to come. Now, how do you do that? One, you gotta have a balanced, good diet. Best if you can get Mediterranean diet, meaning more fruit, vegetable, eat whole grain. You limited processed food because processed food with a lot of sugar. You don't want sugary drink. You want to have less fat. Don't eat the unhealthy fats. So there's been less McDonald's if you can. And that is the one that you can help you to keep yourself healthy. Plus, you gotta keep doing your physical activity. You have to walk at least 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, and all have a watch. You see this watch? We all have this watch. When you get the watch, you look, oh, I walk about 8,000 steps today. Oh, good. You met the data, met the target. So all that will definitely help you to become healthy. Okay? 嗱，各位朋友，其實咧點能夠預防你去由唔會變咁前期患病者咧，或者要去糖尿患病者咧，好簡單。最緊要咧，你係保持一個健康嘅生活方式。嗱，呢樣嘢咧，好多人都話唔係嘛，點做啊？嗱，好多人唔知點做嘅。其實好重要，當你去到一個前期患病，你真係要改變生活習慣。咁生活習慣如果改變得到咧，改變係時間㗎，好多人唔知道。哇！我即刻改啦，咁1個月後咧你都冇改到喎，其實或者改啲咁多你就唔記得咗咯。咁但係改嘅咧係一定要好習慣咧，繼續幫你改。咁你能夠只能夠建立到呢個叫一個程序，即係每個係一個生活習慣嘅一個真係變咗一個習慣。咁變咗嚟講有習慣咧，你就真係繼續咁做咧，咁你以後都可以健康。但係如果你做1個月唔做咧，咁你就冇噶咯。OK， 咁點做啊？好重要，最好咧就食啲你個 diet 好正啦，有個 Mediterranean diet 啦，就裏邊有好多生果啊。生果都揀喎，有梨啊、apple 啊呢啲好 OK 喎，唔好食嗰啲好甜嘅 mango 唔 good 嘅喎，要做 vegetable 啦，好多菜蔬啦，有好多 谷物嘅東西啦，就唔好加啲食啲加工嘅食物啦，同埋咧要少脂肪啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，你呢個做咗咁多嘢嘅時候咧，你食嗰度咧係一定係好大幫助你嘅。OK， 咁但係變咗嚟講，你唔做咧，咁呢個咧一路食上去嘅時候咧，你就好弊啦，一路升上去，啲糖一路升上去嘅，因為你冇得控制你食物啊嘛，係咪？咁仲有啦，食咗之後咧，嗱好多人都唔知，以為我食得啦，唔係，仲有兩樣嘢嘅，一樣嘢咧就係要你個 exercise。如果你唔喐咧，唔做 exercise， 我行咧，我唔夠1萬步100千步咧，咁你本身咧 burn 唔到啲糖，亦都你肥胖日繼續更增加。咁變咗嚟講，你嘅生活上會走啦。咁其實咧，你都未必達到呢個目的嘅。所以好重要，一定要繼續每日有30至1個鐘頭嘅時間，30分鐘1個鐘頭時間去做你嘅 exercise， 咁能夠降低你血糖。Now also besides your exercise diet, now we have to also do one thing. You have to lose your weight, because if you manage to minus 10% your weight, your A1C is going to come down 1%. Isn't that great? So if you have, for example, your A1C already 8, you minus 10% of the body weight, you will basically, if you're 220 pounds, you minus 10% of 20 pounds, your A1C will drop down to 7. If you minus another 10%, your A1C will drop down to 6. Isn't that wonderful? You feel better. Your knee will not be hurt. You overall will be feel healthier, okay? And on top of that, you got to quit your smoking, because smoking will worsen your blood sugar control, actually your body become more complicated, and especially you smoke, you have all kind of issues, may have lung cancer, all that stuff will come in. And then you also have to manage your stress, because when you stress, your blood sugar goes up, your blood pressure goes up. So how do you manage stress? Get some quiet time for yourself. Meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, looking out to the ocean, to the greeneries, back on a mountain. So with that, you're able to get less stress, your blood sugar also comes down. The reason why you stress, sugar goes up, because the body will act to say, hey, I better give you more sugar for you to fight. So you will not fight, your blood sugar will become normal level. So you want to continue to do that. Now, last but not least, because you are pre-diabetic, you have no medication. One of the things can definitely help you is drink 8 glasses of Lowsutea every day. And that is important. If you don't drink Lowsutea every day, the chances for you to just doing whatever you just now would do might not be as successful. Really, the Lowsutea give you sort of a booster to help you out to manage this lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and your blood pressure. 嗱，各位朋友頭先講咗啦，有兩食啦，同埋講咗你能夠可以做 exercise 啦，去降低你嘅血糖啦，係咪？咁其實仲有咧，就降低你嘅磅數喎。如果你磅數係 overweight 嘅話，即係話我原本係依家係只係220磅嘅啫，但係已經 overweight 好多㗎咯喎，你係 BMI 30以上咯喎。咁如果你係降低咗10% weight 咧，咁你就已經係減咗1% A1C。For example， A1C 係8嘅，減咗10% 咧，你就變咗係咩啊？7，或再減咗10%變咗6，哇幾正啊！淨係減磅呢個 OK 咯。咁但係仲有一樣咧，唔好食煙啦，因為食煙咧真係唔幫到你血糖咧，係會降低血糖，即係較高你個血糖嘅。第二樣嘢，你仲有好多不同嘅問題，好似 lung cancer 都係食煙出嚟噶嘛。咁同埋一種咧，你一定要知道咧，要 manage 個 stress。點 manage 個 stress 咧，能夠俾你更加係好咧，就係 for example 啦，你要做 yoga 啦，俾多地方去即係去做 meditation 啦，spend some time 睇下出邊嘅綠色嘅 environment 啦。等你而家 relax 咗之後咧，你糖一定降低，因為你啲 stress 嘅時候，當你好緊張嘅時候咧，你啲糖會上去啊，幫助你去個糖點解一路咁上升嘅原因就係因為幫助你打仗，俾糖你打仗。但係你如果 relax 冇糖喺度咁幾好啊，咪 normal 嘅糖 level， 咁你咪更加好啦。所以呢個係對你嚟講係對你好有幫助嘅。咁仲有啦，就係最緊咧，每日咧就真係飲8杯去糖茶啦，咁就一定幫助你咧係降低血糖。因為當你係前期患病咧係冇嘢食嘅喎，咁變咗嚟講你係需要呢個 booster，就係 血糖就係真係變咁一個 booster 俾你飲咗之後咧，係好快脆能夠俾你降低血糖。哇！呢個好鬼正 ，OK。So as you know, the benefit of drinking Lowsutea for pre-diabetic is one, we can help you to lower your blood sugar, your cholesterol, and your blood pressure. And plus, they also will give you detox. So all the 3 high basically give you to much better and normal level. That will be extremely beneficial to your whole health body. And so if your problem is blood sugar goes up, problem of your bad cholesterol are high, then your blood pressure, it will be also high. If you have that, your blood sugar high, bad cholesterol high, you exercise, you drink Lowsutea, all that will come down. Lowsutea will help you to lower your 3 high. And basically, that is the key of Lowsutea, what it can do. Lower your 3 high. And if you lower your 3 high, you will be actually be much healthier. So in conclusion, pre-diabetic actually will increase you to be a type 2 diabetes, and your risk will have heart disease, stroke, and other serious problems, which I mentioned many of them already. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to have heart attack. You don't want to have a kidney problem and end up to be dialysis. Don't go that route, because that is very, very sad in a sense. You have to do all that, okay? And really at the end of the day, you notice the global prevalence, meaning the number of people increase, are very high, because we're going to have almost like 11% as we go on. So in order for you to stop this rising, you have to basically have been, if you are obese, you can control your diet, you got to do exercise rather than no exercise. That will prevent that increase. So if you able to help you to at least control by diet, exercise, and weight, the chances of you become from pre-diabetic to diabetes already so much better. It will be less, okay? And unfortunately, also, a lot of people do not know and are not aware what is who are they will become a pre-diabetic. Many people are finding out either suddenly they went to a health exam, they say, oh, I'm pre-diabetic. If you don't, a lot of them, they don't even know they are pre-diabetic. And many of them, by the way, many of my clients, actually as of today, they found out when they are actually already at diabetes. Then they say, I have diabetes. Then they come to see me and drink Lowsutea. Now certainly it's good and lower the blood sugar down to the normal level below 6.4. But on the other hand, they are in a record is already diabetes. So don't really get yourself to be a diabetic. If you're pre-diabetic, keep yourself to be not over 6.4. Also, a lot of people, really, if you can able to delay your pre-diabetic conversion, it will be much healthier, dieting, exercise, and also lose weight and drink Lowsutea. That will definitely prevent you from pre-diabetic to diabetes. Matter of fact, if you can start even before that, you won't even become a pre-diabetic. Now I have a lot of clients actually change from pre-diabetic, change from they actually limit themselves, changed from pre-diabetic, changed completely to pre-diabetic. And if they never become pre-diabetic, they never become a diabetes. Okay, so this is definitely a very good step for helping many of our patients. Okay， 嗱，各位同學，我頭先講咗啦，如果你係已經有三高，即係血糖高，cholesterol 高，同埋呢個血壓高咧，如果你飲血糖茶係幫助你降低三高嘅，一定係幫助你嘅。咁仲有一樣嘢咧，就原來前期患病咧，如果你唔打理，咁你就會變咗糖尿病咯。如果糖尿病咧，你就 end up 有 potential 有咩啊？心臟病啦，有中風啦，有其他好嚴重嘅病嘅風險嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，你一定係要即係由糖尿病唔好變咗前期患唔係應該係你唔應該由糖尿病轉咗去又唔好 sorry 唔應該由前期患病變咗糖尿病，係呢個好重要嘅。咁如果你係肥胖嘅，你係唔會做 exercise 嘅，咁就快去做翻多啲 exercise 啦。你嘅diet要管理啦， 磅水管你降低啲啦。咁同埋仲有好多人咧都唔 aware 你自己係已經係前期患病。咁如果你咩嘅唔做咧，你好快就轉咗糖尿病噶啦。咁你一定要能夠令到你自己早啲知道你係咪前期患病。如果前期患病就 measure 你 A1C。咁如果醫生開始度咗 A1C 即係前期患病，你要6個月每一次都問佢，醫生我 A1C 幾多啊？咁變咗嚟講咧，你有 measurement 咧，知你唔係一路慢慢升上去嘅。咁同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，你一定要繼續係用你所有 effort 係 delay 減慢咗你嘅前期患病去轉你糖尿病，因為當你轉你糖尿病嘅時候咧，你個 outcome 就好多出嚟啦。咁最後最緊要咧就係要飲你個去糖茶啦，每日飲8杯嘅茶，咁你 most 嚟咧個 chance become 糖尿病咧就唔會高嘅。Okay, today webinar I have completed. If you have any questions, you can call me or write to me, andy@wafong.com, and@wahfong.com, or WhatsApp me of 852-3001-5644, 852 area code 3001-5644. These are my WhatsApp. So we'd love to answer a question. And I thank you very much, Mary, to attend the webinar. I hope that will be helpful to you. I appreciate your like signal, and I appreciate a lot of the people who today listen also enjoy the webinar. We have more webinars to come, and every week we have different subjects. And hopefully with that, you build awareness, then you become a better patient. Prepare yourself, not become from pre-diabetic to diabetes. And hopefully you all achieve that. Then you know what? You will not able to suffer all that complication. Our role in here is holding your hand throughout your diabetic journey or your pre-diabetic journey. And our mission is hopefully to get you not become a diabetic or not become a pre-diabetic. And if you become a pre-diabetic, we want to make sure you don't become a diabetes. And that is our mission. And that's why we'll give you all this information. You can able to practice, and hopefully you continue to be healthy. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time listening to our webinar, and really happy you are joining us in your busy time. And I appreciate that, and hope that we'll see you next week. And thank you again. And I really hope that continue practice to be healthy and change our lifestyle so you'll be never get into pre-diabetic, or even pre-diabetic, never convert to diabetes. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you very much. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.